and welcome to this week's Senior Spotlight. I am John Wands. I'm here with Jeremy Lehman, and we have a few questions to address in the interview. A few PRSSA related, and a few just kind of get to know Jeremy a little better. So let's get started here. How long have you been a part of PRSSA?
Well, I've actually been a dues-paying member of PRSSA, since actually last fall semester. But I came here as a transfer student in fall 2011, and I had Tom LaMonica for Com 178, and one of his assignments is to go do a paper, and I can't quite remember what the title paper was now, but I know it was required, so I chose PRSSA, and that's kind of got what me interested. But after that semester, I ended up going to Korea in spring 2012, so that's why I wasn't there until fall 2012.
Okay, that's very interesting. So you've been all over the world, really.
Well, actually, I've only been from here to Toronto, Canada, and actually, from here to South Korea for study abroad.
Okay, very interesting. All right, so what makes you so driven to get involved in, you mentioned to me before the interview you're in Com Club and PRSSA, so what makes you so driven to get involved?
Well, basically, I guess in the back of my mind, it feels almost like a requirement that you have to be involved while you're in college. Otherwise, I want to say it's so basically you can have things on your resume. So, that's obvious to some people, but I don't know.
You got a little niche in you, you want to get involved in stuff.
I just want to get involved. I want to see what's out there, and I want to, create some opportunities for myself.
Yeah, that's a great answer to that. What do you think you will take away most from PRSSA after graduation?
Well, after graduation, I think I'm going to be left with that sense of professionalism, and I'm going to be left with that thought in my head that, hey, as soon as I get a job, I need to get it done. I need to do it well, and basically, I just need to do my job. I need to do my job well.
Mm-hmm. You got to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what's your secret to getting involved so much? Is it all about time management? Do you have any tips for maybe future members?
To me, it's you do have to manage your time efficiently. You have to know what your priorities are, when you go to school. And let me think for a second here. Sometimes it's not always just about time management.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, I know this sounds a bit vague, but you have to have your emotions in line. You have to, be able to handle that stress load. It's what keeps you going.
Right, I agree. So now we got a few, get to know Jeremy more questions here. So, if you could be a character in any movie, who would you be, and what movie is the character from?
The character, his name is Mufasa.
Mufasa. There we go.
Mufasa from The Lion King. Yeah.
Great soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah.
But early in the movie, when Simba's still a little kid, okay, he dies. But
right.
But the sense of duty and
sense of responsibility
that I got from him in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I want to end up being.
Yeah, you want to be responsible. There you go.
Yeah.
A leader. So if there was one song that you could learn how to play on an instrument and master it, which song would it be and what instrument? Okay, well, the song sounds sort of cliche, I think. It's Pachelbel's canon, of course, but the instrument that I want to play it on is called a kunchin. And what is that?
A kunchin is basically a 7-string Chinese instrument.
Wow.
If you've seen the movie Kung Fu Hustle.
I have not seen that.
Well, if you watch that movie, there's one specific fight scene with two men in literally in gray robes.
Yeah.
They're playing on that to throw swords at their opponents.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You learn something new every day. I never knew that. Another question we have here is, if you had $1 million, how would you spend it?
Number one, loans.
Loans?
Student loans. But after I got my student loans paid off, I wouldn't go out and buy the first house that I see. I would want my own place, probably a smaller place, something that won't cost a lot in taxes and over time, and then use just enough money to establish myself, to just get everything going. The rest, I'd probably end up going out and finding some kind of, I would find some kind of a charity to actually to give most of it to.
That's a great response. So for our last question we have here, if you were a car, what kind would you be?
Probably, I'm going to have to just stick with what I've been saying for a long time. An exotic sports car.
An exotic
An
sports car?
exotic
Anything
sports car.
specific?
There's one specific car called a Koenigsegg.
Okay.
There's only like a couple of them ever made. They run like $2 million a piece.
Wow.
But their 0 to 60.
Fast.
Their 0 to 60 is so fast.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So there you go. There you have it. This is John Wands, and this is Jeremy Lehman, and this is this week's Senior Spotlight. Join us next time for next week's edition.